That riff made me nauseous the very first couple of times I heard that song. Check My Brain from Alice in Chains when they got...
a lot of sync.
It was their first album in a long time. I think 2009 is when that came out. Black turns into blue. Black into blue. William Duvall now, who's been the co-frontman for Alice in Chains. I think he's been in the band now longer than Lane Staley was, which has always got to be a weird thing to get to. Like when the original frontman either dies or is replaced. I think it's Steve Perry in Journey. The little Filipino guy that's been singing for Journey, he's been singing for them for 20 years now, I think.
I know, right? It's been a while.
Arnel Pineda is the guy who does a fantastic job. They just, a lot of people just saw them in Canton. We gave away some tickets for that. Journey did the Concert for Legends at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Alice in Chains they kicked off their U.S. tour last night in Pittsburgh, out at Star Lake, which is like the Pittsburgh version of Blossom if you've never been out there. It was their first show in 3 years. They're going out with Breaking Benjamin and Bush, which I'm really bummed is not coming to Cleveland because I love all three of those bands. You got to go to Chicago or Detroit if you want to see the Alice in Chains run, but they haven't done a show in 3 years. This was the second song that they did. They open with Again, traditionally on stage, and they go right into this. But it is, Alice in Chains 2.0 is a lot of Jerry Cantrell singing, too, which, because he did so many harmonies back in the day with Lane Staley, it's not that weird of a sound. But I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan, so I'm always happy that they're still around, because if there was any band that you could have seen going away forever after Lane Staley left, it was Alice in Chains. So I'm always happy when they're back and doing things. Because every time I think it's probably, there are a lot of bands, especially the longer you've toured, the more likely it probably is that when you get off tour, you say, we're never doing this again. Because it's a combination of, if you're lucky, you've made a lot of money over the course of your career. You don't have to do it that much. And it's really tiring at the end of a tour. So they started, if you either traveled or you're one of our bureau chiefs in Pittsburgh, if you saw Alice in Chains last night, they started the whole run out there at Star Lake. But it would be weird to be the replacement guy and you've been in the band for a long, long time, or longer than the other guy. Because Lane Staley's been dead now for like 20 years. Well, I don't remember exactly when he died. Probably not 20 years. He probably hasn't been dead for 20 years. But William Duvall's been in the band for a long time now. 3-0 Guardians in Detroit. This is the third. If they win today, they'll complete the sweep against the Tigers. Top of the sixth right now.
Just over 20 years. April 5th, 2002.
Lane Staley died in 2002?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 3 or 4. Okay, well, there you go. They discovered him on the same day that Kurt Cobain died, I think. Isn't that where those two intersect?
I think so.
They said Lane Staley had been dead for a couple of weeks when they found him. But I think they put April 7th as his day that he died. You know who Lane Staley is, Poundcake?
No.
Despite me just talking all about...
What band was he the lead singer of?
All I remember is
he's back here asleep.
All I remember is saying Starlight is like the Pittsburgh of Blossom.
Star Lake is like the Pittsburgh of Blossom, is what I said. Starlight
all the
is
stuff he just said.
Starlight is like the Pittsburgh of Blossom, is exactly what I said.
So you don't know what band he was talking about?
No.
Even though he said the name of the band several times.
No.
What were you doing as I was talking? Do I bore you? Are you off in another universe or something? Or, like when I'm talking, when I'm monologuing, right? I'm just talking. I'm riffing, or I'm kind of going in a direction, and I know where I'm going, but you've got to follow along because obviously you're not going to know where I'm going. What are you thinking of?
I don't know. I just blanked out.
Huh. Anyway, I'm going to have Trivium tickets for you if you want to see those guys next week on the show. So this is our last Thursday in these studios because we're moving downtown. It's finally happening.
I'm excited.
Finally putting a bow on this whole Michigas and moving downtown. Our first live show downtown in the new studios will be Tuesday afternoon. So today, tomorrow, and Monday will be our last 3 shows here out in Independence before we move downtown. I have secured the services of one Dr. Ryan Berglund.
For next Friday?
Not next Friday.
Okay.
Because I'm out next Friday.
Okay.
The next 2 Fridays he was available, coincidentally, I'm out. So he will join us. The triumphant return of Is It Red? For you new listeners, you might not know Dr. Ryan Berglund. So not only will I be very happy to see him again, but I will be very happy to introduce him to potentially a new group of Alan Cox Show listeners. Dr. Ryan Berglund is a urologist from the Cleveland Clinic, and we do a segment called Is It Red? And the last time that because guys will call in and go, hey, I got a problem down here, blah, 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 guy problems, because that's his stock in trade. And so he will come in, we would take calls from the audience. If you're new to this, if you remember Is It Red? You know what it's all about. The last time Dr. Ryan Berglund was on this show, because he comes and does it with us in the studio, last time he was on the show was the last day of February in 2020. February 28th, 2020 was the last Is It Red? Because obviously during COVID, he was very busy and we weren't doing stuff in person. So he will join us on September the 16th. Unless, something changes. He is busy after all. He's taking his time out to do this. And we'll be in the brand new studios downtown. So,
and we'll be pretty acclimated to them, too.
Yes.
So I think that's
be a few
good.
weeks in.
Yep.
Hopefully most of the bugs will be worked out. So Dr. Ryan Berglund will rejoin the show on September the 16th.
Exciting.
For the first episode of Is It Red in 2.5 years. So that's very exciting. Next week on the show, if you want to go see that Trinity of Terror show, I will have tickets for you for that. That's Black Veil Brides and Ice Nine Kills. Streetlight Manifesto. Remember them?
Not really.
I'll have tickets for that. Apocalyptica. Get you digital copies of Jurassic World Dominion, which I never got around to. I don't think I'm going to see. I keep wanting to go see Nope. I haven't seen Nope yet.
I like Nope.
I haven't had any time to go see Nope. Watch Lightyear on Disney Plus.
How was that?
With the kid. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't hold out much hope for it. We literally watched it because it was something we could all watch. I don't know that my daughter was that interested in it. She's never seen the Toy Story movies. Even if you have, this is kind of like disconnected from that.
Right. Well, that was the idea, right? They wanted to. That's why they didn't have Tim Allen do the voice. They're like, we have this highly successful property that has millions of fans all over the world. And what we want to do is separate from that and make it its own thing.
Yeah, but I get what they were doing. I mean, Chris Evans does Buzz Lightyear's voice in the movie. And I think they had asked Tim Allen about it, and I think he was kind of prickly about it. I know Patty Heaton, who's the pride of Bay Village, Ohio, by the way, and is another one of those people who thinks, like, the woke left is out to get Hollywood. She's why it's a travesty they didn't have Tim Allen. People are like, Tim Allen was the voice of the toy. This is the guy, not the toy.
I know.
So
but
I think it would have
been
been weird had they had Tim Allen do the guy's voice.
I think
because that means that the guy's voice would have been the toy's voice.
But that's who they use in the. I don't know. It just seems like that consistency would have made sense to me.
Maybe.
I know the explanation. I get what they're trying to say.
They probably just thought it was too problematic.
But it's not.
No, it's not problematic. He's Buzz Lightyear's voice. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have thought it was weird if they had Tim Allen, but I completely understand why they didn't. Chris Evans was great in it. It was better than my daughter loved it, and I don't think she held out much. She didn't know anything about it.
But does Tim Allen think that it's because he's a Hollywood conservative?
I think Hollywood conservatives all think that every job they don't get is because they're a Hollywood conservative.
But doesn't he have some other gig with them right now?
Maybe. He's got plenty of Toy Story money. Mm-hmm. Tim Allen is not worried about,
I think this was something that they go, okay, we got Chris Evans under contract for a certain number of movies. What can we use him for? He's already, super popular in the Marvel universe. If we can bring him in and help launch this Lightyear franchise, that would be helpful. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. But it was entertaining. I liked it. They got a good. The whole voice cast was real good, and that Keke Palmer boy, oof,
she's great.
Whether you're watching her or listening to her, she's dynamite. What
is each toy gonna get their own little spin-off?
I don't
think
so. No,
because didn't they come out? I could be imagining this because I very well could have, but didn't they come out with like a Mr. and Miss Potato Head movie?
I think they did shorts, like Pixar shorts with them.
Okay.
Because they throw all those on Disney Plus too. But I don't know that they did. I mean, those people are both dead now. So Don Rickles and Estelle Harris are both dead. So they couldn't do one now. But I think they might have done maybe like a little, I don't know. Did you guys talk about Rage Against the Machine canceling the rest of their tour? No.
Oh, I didn't know they did.
I didn't know about that either.
You know who's going to be mad? Guy Fieri. He's been going to
Because he's been going to all of them, hasn't he?
He's like, that was the whole rest of my 2022.
They canceled their European tour. They're pulling out of the Reading and Leeds festivals because Zach De La Rocha hurt himself on that second night in the Chicago show. He hurt himself, and so I guess they're doing 3 nights at Madison Square Garden starting tonight. And they've canceled the European tour.
Per medical guidance.
Per
so
medical
it's not
guidance.
Like they're... I mean, he's been a champ for even doing the shows that he's done.
What a flex. 3 nights at Madison Square Garden.
I thought they were doing 5. I think they cut the shows down. I wonder if they canceled a couple. I thought they were doing 5 nights at Madison Square Garden.
It's so funny that
North American dates early next year are scheduled to go ahead. What's that?
I say it's so funny that they call it Madison Square Garden when it's perfectly circle.
What
a
should
great
they?
bit.
You said what?
What should they call it?
Madison Circle Gardens or the Circular Garden or something. It's just
They could have just called it Madison Gardens.
or Madison Gardens. It's just it couldn't be more circular.
Huh.
I don't know. I just
Okay.
find it odd.
Well,
it looks like an old train station. Like when I have done like my little, because I've never been to New York City, but when I do my little overview, my bird's eye view of the city, I'm like, oh, let me just scope out Madison Square Garden, and it looks like a little train station, a little turnaround. I'm like, oh, okay, Madison Square Garden.
Right, but
you understand that the square
Madison
is not
Square
the
is a place.
building, yeah.
I know, but they could make it square to be matched with the theme.
It's like the 4th building to have the name because it started at a Madison Square. So they're not calling it Madison Square. Right. Madison Square is like, you know how we have Public Square downtown? Mm-hmm. Madison Square is like a group of intersections.
I gotcha.
It's like Broadway and 5th and a couple other.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was named after that, but I just figured, why not make it a square? So it'd be like, hey, Madison Square Garden.
Just for all the literal people out there. They'd be so happy. And there's no better way to view a concert or a basketball game than
In a
sitting
square.
In a square.
Oh, please. They will make it circular on the inside, but just the outside structure.
I mean, the lot that it's on is a square. Does that make you happy?
No. I want the building.
He wants the whole building. That's what he wants.
Well, eventually, if Futurama is correct, it will be Madison Cube Garden. And that was a cube.
Good.
Right. Yeah. Ashley Madison Circular Garden. Somebody. Yeah, when are they going to sell the naming right? Is Ashley Madison even a thing anymore? I don't even know. Maybe they're just keeping a low profile now because of all the people that got blown up. But.
Christian Mingle, Ashley Madison, and I thought, I could be wrong, and eHarmony, aren't they all owned by the same company?
No clue.
Okay.
Ashley Madison is still around.
How do people get, like, wouldn't they expect a company like that to be hacked or, like, I feel like you should have state-of-the-art.
Do you know how horny people are?
But what...
people don't... If you're a horny person and you want to cheat on your wife,
but there's
you
so
will go
many,
to great lengths to do it.
But there's so many
and
other ways
not,
to be overt.
Right, but why not just corral that customer base? Those people are going to find some place. Why not make it your website?
Oh, I have a Facebook profile to cheat on my wife. Like, I can't get over it. Like, you can't Google that stuff and see, like, oh, you know, people, members of AshleyMadison.com. I don't understand it. A profile that you pay. So that's not going to come on your credit card receipt. Like, it's, I don't know.
Do you know who Kaylee McEnany is?
Yes, yeah. I do. I love her.
You love Kaylee McEnany. What do you love about her?
I think she's very smart. She's a cute girl. She's not very controversial, I don't think. She was Trump's press secretary for a time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't find her to be controversial.
No, not really.
Anyway, her sister is launching a dating app. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Her sister's launching a dating app just for conservatives. Okay. Now listen, conservative people will tell you, even though every dating app, I'm not on them, but from what I've gleaned from you guys, don't dating apps have filters and settings and things like that, right?
Not like that, though. It's not.
Well,
They try to stay far away from politics.
But there have to be one or two that will say, like, hey, if you're a Trump voter, don't hit me up.
They'll put that in your bio.
You put it in your bio, go, hey, if you voted for Trump, swipe left, I'm not interested.
Oh, so they don't have filters for political affiliation?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, anyway, Ryan McEnany is launching a dating app for right-wingers called The Right Stuff.
Oh.
And she wants us to be anti-woke. See, if you're a right-winger, woke encompasses all kinds of things. Decency, compassion, anything like that is considered woke. And it's pussy boy nonsense, right? And this app is only, as she'll tell you, for ladies and gentlemen.
Gays?
Hells no.
That'd be woke.
Just because you're
That's too woke.
No. There's plenty of conservatives.
You'll be lucky if you can get on there if you're black.
Shut up. There's plenty of conservatives that are gay.
You know they wanted to call it The White Stuff, but they went to The Right Stuff.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan. I've got to tell you about something I am so excited to announce. A dating app for all of us conservatives. It's called The Right Stuff, and it's launching this September. What I love most about it is that it's invite only, so not just anyone can join. First of all,
you know what that means. You know what that means.
Not controversial at all.
What was the other? I thought there wasn't there. What was the dating app where you had to be invited? Was Bumble where the girl had to invite you to?
Well, the girl has to start the conversation.
Has to make
Bumble.
the first move.
Yeah.
Okay. This is yes. Only the right people get in there.
Oh, I like that.
Can join. First of all, it's free to use, and for my ladies, you'll never have to pay because we all.
For my ladies, what? For my ladies.
Wait, that's pretty woke, isn't it? Like, where's the equality there?
Nope, gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh,
just for ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll never have to pay because we all get premium subscriptions for simply inviting a couple friends. Gentlemen, if you want access to premium, that's on you. And by the way, those are the only two options. Ladies and gentlemen, The Right Stuff is all about getting into the right dating pool with people who share the same values and beliefs as you. You'll start off by building your perfect profile. No pronouns necessary. We want you to put your...
And there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, if you're somebody who's like a right-winger, you're constantly telling people how victimized you are anyway. So here's a dating app you can go right to, and you're going to find people that are, I don't know if...
The fact that they go out of their way to make it seem like it's a horrible thing to just use a pronoun when it's such a easy thing to do.
Oh, there's a market, guys.
Listen, there's a market there. My thought was this already has to exist somewhere. There's got to be a dating app for conservatives because they're constantly, I can't get dates on whatever because these people aren't even going to want to swipe left, let alone
they had a farmer's dating app or something like that.
FarmersOnly.com.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same thing as, there's liberal farmers too, believe it or not.
Yeah, there are.
No pronouns necessary. We want you to put your best foot forward, which includes your favorite photos of yourself doing what you love or being with the people you love. Our prompts give you the opportunity to let people know various sides of you. So remember, be authentic and creative. We're sorry that you've had to endure years of bad dating.
There it is. See, they're always victims. That we're so sorry that other people have a problem with you trying to overthrow the government.
Bad dates and wasted time with people that don't see the world our way, the right way.
Right. The right way. Anyway, it's called The Right Stuff, and she said it's launching this September. So if you tired of all this goddamn woke, whatever,
I just know
you can get on there and you're going to find like-minded people.
I think dudes are going to be very angry that women get free premium and they have to pay for premium. I think this is going to bomb very hard.
The same guys that complain about ladies' night at bars, you mean?
Exactly.
Well, the trouble with
Alpha
apps like
males.
this, though, is they start to get trolled immediately.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
someone's going to get invited.
But she'll get people going. If you promote it properly, I mean, there's a market there. So
I'm
I
excited.
just thought there was already an app like that. That's all.
I'm excited because news are going to get leaked. There's going to be some hot Republicans on there with their sweater tied around their neck. Oh, it's a dream.
What are they, villains in 80s teen movies? Wow.
Like, they're not the guys that play on the basketball team. They're the guys who their dad pays to get on the basketball team. So, I can't wait.
Well, it's coming.
Yeah, the right
Are you going to try and get on there?
After our discussion with Raya, I think it's best I probably just stay off of dating apps. I'm too eager because I'm on there for the wrong reasons.
I think you should get on the right stuff.
I think you should try.
You're going to find a bunch of horny married dudes that are looking to be on the down low.
I know. I mean, I know plenty of Republicans that will get me on there.
Yeah.
They've been trying to convert me for a long time.
Elephant never forgets. I got to take a break. I'll have those Trivium tickets for you, as promised, when we get back. They're coming through to do a show in October at the House of Blues. 35192 on a text.